Got the offending speaker up. All the masking tape's been removed. Over here we've got just a big pile of equipment, but what we've got around here, which I've started hoovering. In fact, I've got all the two-tone up here, but it's over there. What we've got here, look, is loads of records there. And then over here we got the UB40 collection. And then that's two-tone. Yeah, we've actually had the Hoover buzzing away. Ooh, and this took me ages to get all this up here. Basically all of these is just full of two-tone. All of that. In fact, I've been listening to this, look. Madness. I'll just show you this for all you Madness fans out there. Check this out. This is the deluxe version. Check that record out. We are all born mad. Yeah, that's a wicked record, that. And then what you got here also, you got a lovely tribute to Terry Hall, which is basically this, guys. Friday night, Saturday morning. Dedicated to the memory of Terry Hall. Obviously you've got your two CDs, but one's in my player at the minute. Anyway, ooh, sneaky little peep. Ooh. But we're going to be getting all them two-tone records which are just there and put them over there. Yeah. Finished all the painting. Cleared that bit over there, which is all hundreds of records there. I'll tell you what, carrying all that two-tone bag records up here, it's quite a heavy job. Yeah, clean that bit. I'm going to move that over and then do that middle bit, and then tonight I can do the floor. Yeah, there's the offending speaker that smashed my head in. But I've put it on there a bit better now. Also, little bit of Prodigy I've whacked up there. I've been looking at my old Ray flyers. I've got shitloads of them. I think they were worth quite a bit of money. Check this Liverpool record out. Loads of records. This Liverpool picture disc, man. And it's still got the still got the record. Check that out, look. The European Cup final. And I've even still got the signed Kenny Dalglish picture. And some stickers. How about that? That was way back in the 84-85 season when we won the treble. Yeah, how about that? play that one night. Don't know much that's worth. Here's all my two-tone. Very heavy. There's a couple more bags over there. All in there and all in this. Anyway, I think that's my little update. I think the plan is by tonight this will all be clear. I reckon. We might even have some sound out of this amplifier because I have been working on it, putting it back together. Yeah. If not I'll be singing. Once I get this bit clear, I'm going to move that over there. What I'm going to have to do with the flooring is shift everything that way and come this way, or vice versa. Yeah. All the cellular, I've got a couple of little bits where I pulled off the masking tape and it kind of just got a bit there, look. Yeah, mirror in the bathroom. And we got to put a blind up there, which I've got a Venetian blind there. But little superficial things like blinds and that, do you know what I mean? I can do that once I've done it. The main bits are sort of the painting I need to do and just clear it. But I could really do with selling. In fact, we might have a little trip to London at some point. There's a couple of shops that I sell records to. Obviously not my two-tone ones, but over here we've basically got everything. I've got another bundle downstairs, everything from garage, acid, rave, rap, hip hop, disco, all of it. It's in this. My mum's singing on this one, Nat King Cole. It's a big box set I've got of his, loads of records in there. Yeah, my mum sang with him in the 50s. In fact, he handpicked my mum out to sing on a song with him, record a song. Which is probably the biggest star she's sang with. Well, I don't know. Brenda Lee, there's a rock and roll artist called Brenda Lee from America. And my mum performed with her. She was only like 15. But yeah. I expect when Nat King Cole picked you out. My mum was what's called a mezzo-soprano. Let me just explain. Obviously you get a male soprano. And there's my mum. Yeah, she was a mezzo-soprano, which means a lot of them girls couldn't hit the high notes, but my mum could hit all the notes, high or low. Mad, eh? She's also a trained pianist. How about that? In fact, I've got all my mum's records as well. Loads of albums. But I'm probably going to donate that. Hello Ian, how you doing, mate? I'm probably going to donate that to like the rock and roll sort of museum. I think that's where all my mum's records. Because I'm lucky, really. I've managed to source real mint condition ones. But when I bought them, I haven't told the person I'm buying them off that that's my mum. Afterwards, I have. Otherwise, they'll just ramp the prices up. Yeah. But obviously, my mum's music, one album can like go for 400 quid. But obviously, it's 1950s, so it's very. My mum's music was the first sort of British rock and roll. It was the first ever music shows ever on telly. So it was all kind of new, but yeah. Yeah, I had to learn it all. In fact, I'm quite lucky, really. Obviously, my mum passed away when I was 10. I was just little. But I'm quite lucky that I often said to my dad, some little boys probably just get a picture. I'm lucky enough to have everything that I've got of my mum's, like records, videos, and all sorts. Yeah. And I spoke to lots of mad, famousy people. Like Kim Wilde, I've spoke to her. Her mum was in my mum's band. Also Sam Brown. She sang a song called Stop. I spoke to her. Her mum was in my mum's band group. But obviously, some people like Marty Wilde and that was on the show as well. They all sort of married each other. But obviously, my mum didn't want, well, pick my dad, do you know what I mean? Just wanted a normal sort of guy. Yeah, mad, eh? Mad how things happen. My dad was a submarine instructor in Portsmouth. My mum was doing a show in Portsmouth. Didn't know my dad, but my dad's pal, a Scouse geezer, his cousin was in my mum's band. And he said, do you want to come and watch these? So they went and watched them. And then because he could get backstage, my dad went backstage talking to my mum. They went out to like a spit and sawdust kind of rough and ready pub. 6 months later, they were married. How about that? Crazy. They could be lived in Liverpool or here. My dad, he wanted to come out of the Navy, so well, he was going to be sent to America to sort of the first sort of nuclear submarines. But I think my mum put a stop to that because my mum's dad, my granddad, he was a submariner as well. He got blew out of his submarine in the war and washed up on a beach and found by a Chinaman. And then he got better and went back. It's quite ironic, really, that she chose a submariner, but then I suppose she knew kind of what she was getting because of her dad, my granddad. I've actually got his middle name. Yeah, crazy, eh? Could have been worse. I could have been an Everton supporter, do you know what I mean? The same as my mum. That would have been shocking. Yeah. That's my mum's favourite. How about that? And again, I'm the youngest, you know what I mean? All my siblings are from the 60s. I'm certainly not. 1971. Because they lived over the road in the flat. All my brothers and sisters. But I've never lived over there. When I was born, I this has shocked people. Guess how much I weighed when I was born? 13.8. And that's no word of a lie. 13.8. My dad said I was just a big blob. And I couldn't come out. I was in like special baby care unit in an incubator for about 6 weeks because I wouldn't eat. But I expect if you come out 13.8, you're probably not hungry. Yeah. Then I come out the hospital, straight into here. 13.8. Now look at me. Crazy, eh? Mad. Anyway, I used to upset me dad. So I used to make my sister cry. Then again, I never used to really give a fuck, to be honest with you. Yeah, once upon a time, there was me and my two brothers in this room. That's how I first got into them radios, you know. In the 70s, my bed was there, and I've got two brothers. A lot of people don't know my other brother. My brother Mark, in the 70s, it was all really illegal, and he had one, and I used to sort of fucking, what's that? When he used to go out with his pals, he used to go, don't get on there, and they'd all be in their van, and I'd be firing it up, talking to them. Yeah, but they were proper sort of illegal back in the day. Yeah, mad, eh? And then my two sisters was in the other room. Crazy. In fact, this house must have been, it's a very musical house, like lots of music coming from everywhere. It must have been really noisy at one point. In fact, I've got a really old recording on the old reel tapes. I think I'm singing. I think my sister Cindy's just screaming and crying, which is fucking about right. I did often say to my dad, you sure fucking Cindy's not the milkman's? It did make him laugh. Yeah. Then again, I was quite open with my dad. All my brothers and sisters, you see, they'd all just be talking shit about each other behind their backs, whereas I just tell them what I think of them, and that's it. I tell it like it is. But yeah, I ain't spoke to them for years. Especially my brothers, I've not spoke to them for 20 or 30 years. How about that? But like I said before, I've got a stronger bond with my dad than I have with my brothers. Mad, eh, families? All I talk to is a couple of nephews, a couple of nieces. That's all I need to do. And my cousin, which was quite mad. Because one minute my cousin wanted to kill me, but then his mum died, my auntie, and I see him in the village, and I went right up to him. I thought, well, if you're gonna kill me, you can do it now. And I just said, sorry to hear about your mum and that, and we sort of started talking again. Yeah, crazy, eh? Anyway, touch wood, I'd be outliving them all, I reckon. In fact, it's probably the last ones here are probably going to be me and my sister Kim, I should imagine. Obviously, females live longer than males. But again, I did tell my dad I'll outdo all of them. He said, you're probably right. I think I've lived a different lifestyle to my brothers and sisters, man. They weren't fucking going to raves and doing what I was doing. But then again, I used to tell my dad what I was up to, so I think he kind of respected that. I don't think the other kids did. Crazy, eh? It got to the point with me and my old man, I could just look at him and know what he was thinking. He could probably do the same with me. It's mad, really. It's only since he's been gone I'm realising how much sort of the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Anyway, this was the plan. Never know, I might be here when I'm 75 still making me videos. Still buying them specials LPs. I wonder how much they'll be worth then, when I'm 75. I've got to cash out by then. I should have, yeah, I've got to cash out by then. Because nothing's guaranteed in this life, trust me. But again, if I keep riding my bike, stay fit, all my brothers and sisters have been touched by all sorts of illnesses, but I can't say I have. Obviously I've got me ADHD and that, but physically, I don't know. Crazy. In fact, there's 10 years difference between me and my oldest brother. 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and then me. I got on with my sister Kim, yeah. It's just my sister Cindy I didn't get along with here. The joys of having a big family, eh? I told them all to fuck off at one point in my life. Even the ones that I shouldn't really told to fuck off, but I have. Especially the ones that kind of used to have a dig at me when I was younger. Because I can look at them now and I'm just laughing. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm actually the youngest one of sort of all my dad's got like 5 brothers and 2 sisters, all my cousins and that. I'm the youngest one. But now they're all sort of old and I'm 53. It's not old yet, trust me. I'd like to get me pension, do you know what I mean? But the old government want everyone to be pushing the daisies up by then. That's what my dad used to say about the free telly licence. He said, you get to 75, most people are blind by then. Crazy. Yeah, get me pension. And me extra bits for looking after me dad. That'd be my state pension, and then I got all my records, especially, well, my 2-tone ones, which are probably worth, I haven't put them all in the thing, but what did I get up to? About 4.5 grand. I still had loads more to input in there. So it is a good investment, really. They said, oh, vinyl's back. You know what I mean? Vinyl never went out. In fact, what I've got up here, the humble little cassette tape is making a comeback. believe it or not. I just don't see the thrill of just pressing a button. Do you know what I mean? I actually like the actual getting the record out, and then you've got sort of the artwork and that on the album. Yeah. Let's see what we got in this bag over here. Took 1 2-tone bag I've got up here. Another 6 over there. Oh, gotta watch the Hoover. Falling over the Hoover. Right. Ooh. I've got some good rave records in there. The Rat Pack and all sorts, man. Phil Collins. I've got all sorts of stuff, man. But to be honest, I could sell 300 records because I just don't listen to them. Do you know what I mean? And then invest that money back into what I do buy. There's my UB40 collection. I've got all the singles downstairs as well. That was my first collection. Then we sort of got a 2-tone back. Then we got diagnosed, got on the meds, and then just went right back to the start. Which was quite mad. Anyway, let's undo this. Oh. Undo this one. Let me bang that down there a minute. Ooh. These bags are quite handy, actually. Quite looking forward to setting my system up in the road. Waking everyone up, man. Yep. We'll set up out there. Wake everyone up with the bass. Right, we've got the Coventry automatics. We've got, oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll move that over. We've got Coventry automatics. We've got Best of the Specials. Nice double album, that one. We've got Ghost Town, brand new copy, which I haven't listened to yet. We've got the specials on clear vinyl. We've got the 40th anniversary copy of In the Studio. We've got this R2-tone. We've got this one on the splattered vinyl, which is a US import. Holds good money, that one. We've got this one, which I haven't listened to yet, which is, I'm really happy that I got. We got Specials, probably their best album, Live at the Moonlight Club. We got 2 copies of that. Whenever you see a copy of that, grab it. That's my advice. I'll tell you what we'll do. Quite enjoyed that. We'll grab another bag from over there. We'll just do a random pick. See if we're going to beat stuff. Right. I'll be back in a minute. Boom. Just had a really good conversation with my doctor that I've never met. Dr. Tosh, Irish fella. And I told him I'll come over there Monday, he can wire me up. And I'll pass every test he can put me through. Basically, I was just discussing my ongoing medication with ADHD, because obviously I have to be tested in that, my heart. And he was okay about my head. Yeah. Dr. Tosh. Quite looking forward to meeting him, actually. I don't know. Crazy. In fact, I'll catch you a bit later.